My name is Tamer, and I am 36 years old. I'm originally from Louisiana, raised. My disability or amputation is from a birth defect called PFFD, and it's proximal femoral focal deficiency, essentially where the leg doesn't form from the hip down. I want to be confident in my body, and for the last 3 months I've been working out, but without the prosthetic, in a wheelchair.
My name is Rudy Vasquez. I'm from Dallas, Texas, Oak Cliff. I'm a T10 incomplete. Accident October 19th of 2017, so a year ago, last Friday. Buddy that was driving isn't here with us anymore, so I was a fortunate one. I've always been athletic and just looking forward to pushing my body to the limits and gaining more strength in my quads and being able to give it my all so I can walk again one day.
My name's Shelby Keelan. I'm 26 years old. Played a little football, not a little, a lot. Went to work at 21, driving an 18-wheeler, and crashed May 24th of 2017. Went off the side of the highway, flipped it, and partially ejected, broke my neck. C6 complete, paralyzed above the nipple down.
My name is Kelly Telemontes, and I was involved in a motorcycle accident last year, April. Lost my husband in the same accident. Flew about 400 feet into a brick wall. Very blessed to be alive.
Josh Hamilton, Pensacola, Florida, United States Army. Was injured in Iraq, 2007. Was medically discharged from the military, 2010. I sustained injuries from a double V-bid, which is a school bus loaded with explosives that was detonated. I sustained several spine injuries. I've had 17 back surgeries. Still got 1 or 2 left to go.
Hi, my name is Joe Englehart. I'm from here in Dallas. 10 years ago, I fell 30 feet off a cliff hiking in the mountains. I broke most of my body, including my neck, in 3 places. They classified me as an incomplete spinal cord injury, and I've just been trying to get back on my feet ever since then.
My name is Katrina Evans. I'm 29 years old, and I have a disease called moya moya. Very rare, and I was diagnosed at 15, and at 15 years old I had already had 1 major stroke. They did my second brain surgery, and immediately after my surgery I had a stroke and brain swelling, and fought for my life for a week, and then got off the ventilator and was in the hospital for 4 months. Paralysis on the left side of my body.
My name's Jim Harris. In 2014, I was in a snow kiting accident where I broke 9 vertebrae. I was paralyzed from about the sternum down. Most of my nerve injury was at T7.
With Parkinson's, it's a slow onset, but there's a lot of things you can do to prepare for it, fortunately. So with me, I knew for at least the next 18 years I was going to have to be able to function, make money, be a dad, be active, be aware. And so that's driven me to where I am today.
My name is Shauna George. I was born in February 1994. Shortly after my 16th birthday in April, I found out that I had Ewing sarcoma, which is a very rare bone cancer that is mostly found in adolescents. I was diagnosed with stage 4. It had metastasized to my lungs. So I started with 14 rounds of chemotherapy. Halfway through, I think it was my 7th or 8th round, in August of 2010, I had a total femur replacement. Everything was good. I was clear. I finished my chemo. In March of 2011, I had radiation to my lungs. After that, I have been clear, cancer-free, thank God. Since then, I have dislocated 5 times this year, and that's been very difficult. I was just released to go back to work, which is very exciting for me. So they're all just like, sit there, answer the phone, don't move, don't do anything. We want you here. So I'm excited to go back to work, and I want to learn better my limitations and build what muscle I do have so that I can do what I'm doing now better.
My abilities are a lot better. One of my goals was to be able to pick my daughter up, like, just straightforward, because I've always kind of had to, like, sling her a little bit, and now it's just like, doo-doo-doo, and she's in my lap. So it's just all about changing that mentality so you're not frustrated. So definitely Mo's helped me the most with that, just like changing my whole mentality in bad situations.
It's hard to pick apart one thing that feels like the best part, but something that seems a little bit counterintuitive, that one day I was on the phone with my girlfriend and said that I just gotten done with another really self-indulgent day at the gym, and she kind of like reacted a little bit to that. And being self-indulgent has such a negative connotation, but there's something that's so empowering about having this facility and this team of people who are really focused on individual progress, on my progress, and on the progress of each individual here, and having that collaborative effort to push back the limits of my disability and other people's disabilities. It's self-indulgent, but it's also really empowering.
I've gained so much just with the trainers being able to be more specific on broadening my shoulders out and stretching me to places that it's not in my comfort zone, but now it is, which is great.
I don't think there's one. The program's so amazing that just all around is hard to depict one aspect of the program to describe it as the best part, because it's such a well-rounded program.
Describe how emotional I feel versus how I feel now versus when I started. I'm so much happier, so much more alive. It's just an outstanding experience. I love it.
Man, this was such a positive experience. It's there's just so much value in kind of this like sweat therapy of showing up and having this container to push ourselves and to exceed our own expectations and our expectations for each other. And then we build a pattern of doing that day after day, week after week, and start building those habits of continually exceeding what you thought you could do. That has real potent outcomes for everybody involved.
It was an amazing journey, actually. Learned how to jump rope one-legged, squatting for the first time. With this was a challenge and overcame that. Jump roping with one leg and two legs was an accomplishment for me. The monkey bars was also an accomplishment.
My biggest accomplishment is actually being able to walk without my walker now. It's eye-opening, it's amazing, it's indescribable.
I'm looking at Joe right now. Joe's come, way too far. You've seen him, he was using a walker when he first came in. Now he's just to his cane, and sometimes he don't even use his cane. And if you put him in this chair and told him to sit down and stand up, it would take him, some time, and now he does it repeatedly with no challenge. Every single person that was in my group at least came twofolds, if not more. We all grew.
I couldn't transfer myself by myself. I can wheel up to my bed and transfer straight to my bed now. I'm to where we're supposed to put hand controls in my girl's car, and I've been out at rehab since April. So, I'm just full head of steam, man. If I fall, I can get my big ass back up in my chair and keep on going.
There's so many wins for me on this round. I'm walking better, and that was my original goal here, was to walk better. And when I came in here, I've done so much more than that. So I've made a lot of accomplishments on the way, and it's not the end, it's just the beginning.
I've learned that the prosthetic is so much more capable of what I gave it credit for, and myself. So that's what. You got closer to it. Oh, for sure. We're kind of attached at the hip.
and myself included, I've seen self-esteem come back in a lot of my fellow athletes. Like they came in here not sure of anything, and now they know they know they have a good grasp on what they want to take into the future.
Gavin with Parkinson's, he taught me early that he would sit when we were sitting here during our re-engages, he would sit and talk about how powerful the brain is. I mean, everybody talks about that here, but it really sinks in with someone with Parkinson's because that's they're literally attacking their brain, that's their disease. So I kind of started to rewire my brain with some of the tips that he gave out and used.
Favorite part was how it felt to move fluidly and to be able to come up here and run and jump, and just being in this environment adds something to a workout and to your energy level that you can't get anywhere else.
I think every single one of my classmates have benefited. But if I were to pick out one, it'd be Jim. I like his effort, I like his attitude. He comes here to bust his ass, and that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah, I think on some of the most dramatic changes for me are things like, trying to jog back and forth in the gym, or, people pointing out that can do more pull-ups now than I could before, or Hunter teasing me about growing bicep veins since I've been here. And that stuff's real visible, but I think the changes that to me feel like they're gonna have a bigger impact for my day-to-day life are things that are a lot smaller. It's little balance movements and leg mobility things that isn't quite as dramatic or showy, but it's stuff that for me is present throughout my day, every single day, that makes life just a little bit easier, just a little bit more fun, and a little bit less stressful. And those changes are a huge impact.
I've been able to jump a rope. That's a huge, huge accomplishment. At home, I've gotten to where taking the trash out, it's no problem. Doing laundry, no problem. It's all just lifting and carrying. It's just so easy now.
I feel like in the midst of it, of all the challenges, you learn that you had more in you than you thought. You were stronger than you thought. I definitely did. I'm way stronger than I ever thought, and I've gotten to do more and succeed at more, and trust that I have more in me.
This has become more of a sports thing than just a workout thing. Week 1, 2, I was damn, I'm really going out here to work out, Now it's yeah, I'm coming out here to work out, but it's more like tradition tribe type shit now.
It's like a tribe, and it's called that for a reason. You get that family aspect, and everybody's here for each other, and they look out for each other and build each other up. It's amazing.
This class, in one word, has been focused on their journey, and a byproduct of that has been a benefit to all those that love them and all those that are around them. I call that healthy selfish. Most people don't want to be healthy selfish. There's a way to recognize that when I pour from a full cup, I'm bettering everyone around me, and it's okay to put yourself first in that scenario, right? But when it's somebody else that's next to you, and you say, oh well, I'm going to put them first so that I don't have to be better, that's a cop-out, and this class has never done that. So for me, there's grit, they've been grinding, and they're focused, and that's what ATF is all about.